that. I don't know, man. Like these things, it kind of worsens your
Should we do it
anxiety,
one day?
right?
Should we do it one day?
Do what?
Skydiving.
Nah.
Should we go?
No.
Come, let's go, man.
No, I can't do that.
Come, man.
I'll watch.
He's just gonna watch. He's watching it. He's gonna go having the camera and just like.
Yes, guys, what you say, my people? Welcome back to the After 5 Club. Hope you are having an amazing day wherever you're tuning in from. As always, thank you so much for your love and support. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, drop us a comment, and leave a like on this video. It will help us out immensely. Boys, Hobbs, where you been?
I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a little detour to Chaiwala, and it was not successful. That's why I'm here.
Oh wait. So you're still single, yeah?
Yeah, and I paid for everything.
Are you single, Hobbs?
I'm single, ready to mingle.
What chai did you have, by the way?
Karak chai, obviously.
Not caramel?
Nah, not caramel, man.
Too sweet.
Too sweet. Not sweet enough.
Fair enough. It's good to have you back, bro.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
How's your week been, boys?
I was on annual leave, man. It was good, man. Yeah, went to Bournemouth.
Bro, how many annual
He's on annual leave every week.
Guys on leave all the time, man.
Listen, man, childcare, innit?
Fair enough.
It's childcare, bro.
You shut me up then.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been good. Been mad hectic, hence why I wasn't able to attend the last episode. But yeah, I'm refreshed. Sorry, I'm wearing a cap. I just don't have a trim, and I just look so bummy. It's just timing.
That was me last week, but that's why I wore a cap last week.
Yeah.
But you look the same, though.
I'm gonna edit that shit out. No, it's been good.
What about you? How's your week been? It's on point today. The chemistry.
Yeah, my week's been alright. It's been okay. You know, it's just we busy at work. Back at work this week. I was off on leave the week before.
Do anything nice? Go anywhere with your fiance?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Chaiwala.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we're in Manchester, innit? I told you, innit?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Top man, nice.
Yeah, man. So it's been alright. It's been good.
Oh, you mentioned that last time, though. Okay, right.
I had bare food, man.
Yeah,
I had bare food.
good stuff.
Winslow Road.
Windsor Road, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the one. That's
You
the
know,
one.
Manny, I'm not gonna lie, their food game is on point now.
Have you been?
I haven't, but
Oh,
I've
Hobbs,
seen
I
the
tried Miami Crispy.
How is it?
Oh my, 10 out of 10, man.
What did you get?
The chicken burger.
Dipped.
Yeah.
Spicy dipped chicken.
You know
burger.
about it, yeah?
Been watching too many
Boy,
TikToks.
honestly, I swear to God, we need to go one day.
We'll
But
go.
it's worth just going
Let's
for the chicken
go
burger.
and do an episode there.
100%. We'll do
You
a couple
know.
reviews as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I'll be wicked.
That'll be good.
Right, boys. This episode is a Q&A. So it's a bit lighthearted. So we've got questions in. Friends, family, from people on Insta. We got some of your DMs. We can run through some of the questions, yeah? You boys ready?
I'm ready, man.
We might actually expose ourselves today, man.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
There are lots of questions.
Lots of questions.
It's gonna be a Hannah Montana thing.
I saw. By the way, I did have a little.
You
peek
saw,
feed.
yeah? You saw,
yeah.
yeah.
There was a couple of questions that I saw, but I didn't go through the Insta account.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah?
Fine.
Was
Let's
ready?
crack on, man. Let's
Let's
crack on.
First question is, what superpower do you wish you could have? And who's your favorite superhero?
Why would anyone ask you that?
I don't know,
Yeah.
it's random, innit?
You serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is from like friends and family, by the way. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, right.
What superpower do you wish you could have?
Should I go first?
Go for it, bro.
You thought of it already,
I thought
right?
about this already.
Okay,
man.
go on.
So, superpower that I wish I could have is, bro, I love flying, innit? I'd love to just fly. I'd love to fly. Not teleport. Not teleport like places. Just fly. Just flying like Superman.
Bro, if I was gonna say that, man.
What, flying?
Yeah.
What did you say as well then? It's fine.
Yeah, but no, it's gonna sound
No,
as
yeah.
though.
Gotta think of something else
Now I'm
now.
gonna sound like a sheep, innit, bro?
Yeah, I love to fly, man. I love to fly.
What superpower do I wish I could have? Yeah, I'd love to fly too as well.
Wait, man. Talk about originality.
I don't know, man. There's so many though, innit? There's so many things to choose from.
The reason why I say fly, yeah. Well, imagine you're on lunch, you're at work, you're on your lunch break, yeah. Guys, I got 30 minutes here. Let me just go Paris and could you have some lunch, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, let me just go to the beach, could you relax on my lunch break, half an hour, come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's sick.
That's wicked.
That is proper nice. But But then you'd
Flight
be
time.
experiencing turbulence as well, right?
Yeah.
I can just imagine just flying. I can imagine Ansar just flying in the air, just doing this.
You know, I've actually got a nice one though.
Go on.
I would want to be able to read what people are thinking.
That's a good
Yes,
one.
I was thinking of that as well.
Have you ever watched that movie, What Women Want?
Mm.
That's specifically about women, yeah. But I'd actually want to know about everyone, whoever I come across.
Mm.
So as in just being able to like know what their thoughts are, the thing, like what they're thinking, right?
Nah, that's very good actually.
Yeah. Now it's on to you, Hobbs.
What superpower do I wish I could have? I wish that I could predict the future. So I could see the future. So I could look in and hopefully I can see the future. And if there's any changes I need to make, I can make it.
But then that's no
And
longer
then-
the future.
But it changes every night.
Mm.
That's a little bit twisted,
Yeah,
man.
that is a bit twisted.
That's a deep one. Though.
That's a
That
proper
is.
deep one.
Mm.
I can just see so many things going wrong with that.
Yeah, like the podcast not getting enough
But
views.
why do you want to know the future?
Isn't that also a little bit scary?
It
as well?
is scary to be honest. But imagine how cool that would be.
Bro, imagine, yeah, you know, you're gonna get, you're gonna die or something.
Or
like that.
stop time. Instead of looking.
Stop time.
Right, have you ever seen
What
that?
is
Have you seen on CBBC Bernard's watch or something?
Nah,
Where he
bro.
presses it, time stops, and he can still do anything in that time. And he presses the watch again, and then he carries on.
Bro, that sounds a little bit.
That'll be wicked.
That sounds a little bit kinky, bro.
So what you want to do? Like, you stop time and you start flipping.
Stop time.
What would you want to do while everyone else is frozen?
That's true. You put me on the spot. It's superpowers, bro. I'm just thinking on the top of my head. Yeah, stop time.
Bro,
That'll
you
be
could
sick.
do anything, bro. I don't know. Flipping, like be on fire. Just be on fire.
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 I don't know about time stop, bro. But
How about who's your favorite superhero then?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh man. What about you guys?
Favorite superhero.
Mm.
Superhero.
Mm.
I'm not really into all that.
You know any
stuff, man.
superhero?
No.
Should I do my superheroes?
Go on.
Batman.
Why?
He hasn't really got a superpower.
Mhm.
He's just him, innit?
He's just got a Batmobile, innit?
He's got Batman. He's got a cape and everything. He's covered as well.
And he's got a little sidekick as well, right? What's his name?
Robin.
Robin. Robin.
Robin.
I thought you said Robin.
Robin.
Okay, fair enough.
What about you?
Amitabh Bachchan.
Bro, we're not talking about celebrities. We're talking about superheroes, right?
They are superheroes in my eyes.
Superheroes. I don't know, man. I genuinely can't think of anyone. Maybe like, bro, name me some, innit?
You got Superman. You got Batman. You got Spider-Man. You got Iron Man. You got
Captain Underpants.
Captain America. You got flipping
Captain
Wolverine.
America. No.
Wolverine.
Iron Man.
No, you know what? I like Thor.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
one. Mm.
Another. That's a sick one, right? Bro, honestly, I just love that scene when he's in that cafe and he just like grabs that cup. He likes it so much that he just smashes it. Another. Do you remember that? No?
Yeah, that was sick.
Good one to keep.
Yeah. Right, let's crack on, bro. What's the next question?
Next
bro?
question.
I'll make it awkward, bro.
So who's been your biggest role model? So think about growing up. Who's been the biggest role model in your life? And I'm gonna ask another question after that, which is who's your favorite fictional character?
Who wants to go first?
Role model.
Are we gonna be on a banter level or on a serious level?
You choose, man.
You choose, bro.
Because I just don't want to switch up and then everyone gets.
No, we should be on a serious level. innit?
Yeah.
We should be.
Let's go a little bit serious and see.
Go on.
Martin Luther King.
Martin
Luther.
Luther.
I don't know. What is it? Luther. Martin Luther.
Yeah.
Or Gandhi. Who's my biggest role model? I don't know, man. You go first. Let me think this one through.
I think for me, if I have to get a bit deep, my biggest role model would probably be, my granddad. He passed away not too long ago, about 8 years ago. But as a child, it's like only when you're older you realize how much they've done. When you're living in that moment, you're not realizing. So it's just like my granddad came into this country, set himself up, set his family up, his children, so my dad, my uncles and everyone, and he's built that sort of next generation and that next pathway. So for me, that's the biggest role model, because for us, you know, right now where we're living, we're just thinking a lot about ourselves, really and truly. Whereas their intention was so pure, where they were thinking long term after they've passed away, leaving that legacy behind. And I don't think our generation we're really thinking like that. So it has to be my granddad. I think that's the biggest role model. He set the path up for all of us, you know, my cousins, my uncles, everyone. So yeah,
It's a good answer, man.
That's a good answer. What about you, answer?
I'm gonna say my parents, man. I think I didn't really have any role models growing up. I think my parents, how they sort of navigated their way through life, the way they sort of teamed up, and they just sort of been a good role model, man. Just it set an example early. My dad especially, just seeing how he worked and how he treated my mom, how he treated us as well. So it set up a good sort of foundation to how I want to be with my kids, inshallah, when I do have kids.
inshallah.
And my mom as well, like she's always been there for me and supported me in every single sort of way. So parents are 100% biggest role models.
That's wicked, man. That's wicked. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually have like a specific person who's like a role model or anything like that. I kind of throughout my life I've just like picked out good points and certain qualities in people and just tried to adopt them myself. So I don't actually have anyone specific, but you know, like an example would be something like Muhammad Ali, right? Apart from the fact that he's a legend, you know, the fact that he was quite open about his beliefs, and you know, he wasn't, you know, being in the Western world, being quite, you know, owning the fact that, you know, he's Muslim, and you know, bringing that out to the public, not caring about whether that's gonna. So that's something that was really impressive. But that's just an example that I'm just giving. But you know, like there's loads of things you can just pick out about individuals and just try to adopt certain qualities.
100%. Do you know there's a video out on YouTube? Do you know who Matthew McConaughey is? He's an actor. You probably know who he is. He's been in Wolf of Wall Street. He's been in other movies. Yeah. Basically, they did an interview, right? And they asked him, who's your biggest role model? And he goes, it's me in 5 years' time. Yeah,
It's a sick one.
It's
I
me
like
in
that.
5 years' time. So 5 years went past. They asked him again, who's your role model now? Oh God, it's me in another 5 years' time. Basically, the point was that your role model should be yourself, but you're trying to improve yourself every year. You're constantly improving yourself. You're constantly betting yourself and trying to improve on your character, trying to improve on.
That sounds a bit like me, bro. That's basically like what.
I'm joking. I'm sorry.
That sounds. But that's
About
basically
a bit
what I
like
was
me,
trying
bro.
to say in it. That sounds.
Matthew McConaughey, yeah.
But I don't know who that is, bro. But yeah, that's basically the answer that I was trying to say in it. That basically you're always changing yourself. You look at others and you try to build on that.
And I think as well, in terms of, there is no one person who could be the biggest role model. You kind of pick and choose good parts of certain things, and that kind of, you get that overall assumption. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's not like
Pick the good out of people
Exactly.
and leave the bad out of people, and
Yeah.
then just construct your role model like that.
and let that build up.
Yeah, 100%.
I think yeah.
Guys, moving on to the next question, yeah? So someone asked, if money were no object, how would you spend your time? So, if money was an issue for you, you had unlimited resource, unlimited money, how would you spend the rest of your life?
So basically, if money isn't an object, so basically you've got
Unlimited resources.
unlimited resources, then how would you spend your time? Your day-to-day time.
What would you do? What would you do with that time that you got? You can spend anything. You can spend on anything you want. You can literally do anything you want. There's literally unlimited.
But does that same apply to
No,
your
just you,
surroundings?
just you, just you.
So it's just myself,
Just you.
yeah. So I'm just gifted somehow, and I've
Yeah.
got okay. I think I don't know, man. Like, as in, I'll probably think about obviously charities, right? Realistically, that's the main thing. Like supporting weak, but this is why I'm asking this question. That is it that I've got unlimited funds that I can also support others, or is it more just for my own spending?
I think the person asking was just for yourself.
Oh, is
Just
it?
for yourself.
Okay.
But it's a good answer, though, brother.
Yeah.
Saqib.
Brother.
Mashallah, brother Saqib.
Brother.
I'd probably say first of all, I love cars, so I'd definitely have a good collection of cars. I would want to explore the world. I don't think I'd be staying in London. I'll probably Dubai. I'll probably be thinking of going back home and exploring culture a little bit, like just different parts of the world, and just trying to work out where I'd actually want to be.
For me, if money were no object, for me, I don't think you guys even know, but I've always dreamt about, if I had unlimited money, what would I be doing in my life? And for me, the things that really gets me going and gets me passionate, and I don't want to talk too much about it, but I want to be able to help other people in poorer countries. But it's not me being there physically helping. It's
What's so funny about that, bro?
That's what I said first, bro.
No, but yours charity. But what I'm trying to say is, for me, as in, aside from the money, as in what I would be doing is be like going on projects, missions, if that makes sense. So so for example, I don't need to have one place where I'm living in. If I had no money, what I would want to do is go to other countries, do these projects, and just keep doing that. And that's my life. Meeting different communities, meeting different people, not just Muslims.
So basically, what you're trying to say is that build communities.
That's it.
Yeah, and try to set up, like a system for like poor villages and all that sort of stuff.
And it's me being selfish. It's not for obviously just to help other people as well, but it's more so the reason why I want to do it is satisfaction. The feeling you get, money can't buy, and you can't get that feeling elsewhere, knowing that you've helped other people, the blessings that will come back to you. That I wish I was able to do now, but obviously when you have finite resources, it's impossible. But
I think the trouble is, as in when you haven't got any funds. When it's one of those things, right? As in, you have to have like an ambition. You have to have like a goal. And if you've got all the funds, you've got unlimited resources. What is there? It does kind of make you think, right? Okay, what next? What next?
It's true.
And then I'd probably assume you'd either go completely either go towards like religion, or then end up going completely the opposite direction.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
like Richie Rich.
Do you know what I would do? I would set up an island, set up an island of just all my close friends, close family, everyone I know, everyone I care for, just set up an island, just make our own little kingdom, just live our life for the rest of our life there. Got everything you want there. You got your whole community there, and that's it. Just chill there.
That's wicked. But the question is, are we invited? Because last time in the podcast you did say, "Oh yeah, it's different with my boys, my other we and your boys." It's
That was a long time ago now, bro.
That's why I didn't come to
That's
why I didn't come to the last episode, because I was like, "Nah, that's violation."
No, you
And
guys
I had
you
all
have
right
your
to.
own little palace, bro. Like literally on top of.
Oh, little palace. He had to mention little.
On top of a mountain, bro.
On top, bro. That's we're the first ones to die.
That's what I do, man. That's what I do. Should we move on to the next question?
Yes.
It ties into the last two questions. I'm not going to really ask this. It says, what's your dream holiday destination? Do you want to answer it quickly?
Just make it quick. Go. My dream holiday would probably be, I've got a few.
Can make it quick.
Okay, right. So basically, obviously, bro, I think the problem is why this is a dream is because it's something that I haven't been able to do, and I haven't got the right crowd around me. But I'd want to go to mountains and do some skiing and that sort of stuff. Go to cold countries. For me, I like cold countries. But everyone around me, including my friends and family, they all prefer hot and beaches
Same,
and
bro.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what do you mean same?
Same, bro. Like, I love the sun, man. Anywhere there's a sun.
you like sun?
Yeah, I love the sun, man.
So, what is your dream holiday destination?
Anywhere where there's a beach.
For me, I love people. I love a buzz. So for me, it has to be Peckham High Street.
Oh shit!
Brick Lane.
That's a dream.
That's a dream, yeah.
Yeah.
Rob.
Man said dream to Peckham High Street.
And
to
Brixton.
be honest, with you, a dream holidays. I don't think that stuff exists, man. Because the problem is now that the whole point of a dream is that it's not achievable, right?
Yeah.
I think every holiday is achievable.
But if you think about somewhere that you want to go, where you can just picture yourself there for the, you know, you just enjoy spending time there.
My dream holiday would be for me to be able to perform Hajj,
Yeah.
right, without anyone else being over there. So that it's quite
That's a good one.
peaceful.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is actually a really good one.
That's one of the downsides of going to
'Cause
Hajj. You know, man, it's
yeah,
very
it's
just,
hectic.
it's so many people, and it's you have to you have to barge people out the way. and
Yeah,
whatnot,
that's what I mean. And it's I mean, you don't really get to, you know, like as in my dream holiday would be to be able to actually go back a couple of 100 years and then do Hajj.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Where the population is a lot less, and kind of experience that olden days, because that's more like a dream. Because, you know, doing Hajj is still achievable for some people,
Yeah.
right? And so yeah, as in making it a dream is making something impossible. Trying to
good
do
point.
something that's impossible. But yeah.
Fair enough. This next question, I don't know if you asked this question yet, but it says, if you had to choose one song to listen to, what song would you choose? That you,
I think everyone knows my answer.
Atif Aslam.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
What song
has
though?
to be.
One song?
Yeah, just one song for the rest of life. Just one song.
No, man, that's dead, man.
No,
I don't think
you
I
have to.
can't-
You have to go on. One song and one song.
I'll come back to it. Go on, Hobbs.
Now, for me, one song.
One song.
I just flogged that
One
one, man. One song. It's a difficult one because I listen to a lot of different music. I think right now what motivates me is not motivates me, but what keeps me going is Labyrinth. Let the Sun Shine.
Ooh.
That's a good one. It's an old tune. You know, I was listening to it on the way here. I just got in that mood, and I was like, yeah,
I
let's
actually
do
don't
this.
know it.
So, Kib, do you listen to like English songs? Or is it just like full
sometimes,
on
man.
Bollywood?
I prefer Bollywood, innit?
But
No,
if you
not Bollywood. I listen to like a little bit of Bhangra. Listen
Yeah.
to pretty much everything. But
That is Bollywood.
yeah, okay, alright. No, but even you know like singles like Imran Khan, all that sort of stuff. Like I listen to all
Amplifier.
that.
That's
Yeah.
unit. That's 100% unit. Amplifier. That's.
No, man.
Well, don't lie. You listen to on your way home, on your here.
Yeah, I listen to it all the
Yeah.
time, bro. Imran Khan, 100% sick man.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about you, bro? Go on, picking it.
Do you know who J. Cole is?
Ooh,
Yes.
You know who
of
J. Cole
course.
is?
Yeah.
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 You sure?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Don't ask me to start naming songs, bro. But yeah, I definitely know who that is.
Yeah, for me, J. Cole, man. J. Cole's a sick guy for me, man.
Well, what song?
No role model.
Hmm?
No role model.
That's
Do you
a
know
good
that
one.
song?
Yeah.
Listen to it.
That's actually a good
No
one.
role model.
Yeah. No role models. Listen to it. Say.
Okay,
And the new
cool.
one is quite good with Lil Durk. All My Life.
Yeah.
That one is a
Yeah.
banger.
Yeah.
That one is a banger.
I'm trying to think, man. I can't actually think of a song that I'd actually want to. But, bro, I think any song, you just end up getting bored of it.
But
It's
that's the point, man.
impossible.
We know certain people where if you ask this question, if you had to choose one song to listen to, who would you? And some people would say I would listen to the Marvel theme tune. I think we know who we're talking to. I think we know. We can't mention who. Whoever, if you're watching,
W.
I can't believe it. Okay, we're not gonna say who, but we were out of work, right? And this person had their headphones in,
Yeah.
and obviously we got that banter. So we said, "Oh, what song you listen to? Let's listen to it." We put it in our headphones, and it's a flipping theme tune of a movie.
The Avengers.
Avengers. That's what it was. I was like, "Wait, you listen to this?" I'll try to skip it or not even. I was like, "Damn." But yeah,
But yeah, man. All right. Next question.
Mm.
This is an interesting one. What is your biggest insecurity?
You want to say that on here?
I don't mind.
Sakib, would you like to go first?
No, I wouldn't.
Shall I go?
I'll
first?
say, oh, yeah, go for it, bro.
I'll go first. So my biggest insecurity is I don't know. I think for me it's my speech, and I've always had a problem. Not always, but it's literally been in the last 5-10 years where I've sort of not been too confident speaking. And when you go into a management position, yeah, obviously my full-time job is a manager, but you're having to speak in front of people. You have to go into meetings and talk in front of large crowds and stuff. For me, that was always one of my biggest insecurities. It's just, I don't know. It's just I just can't. I don't like the way I sound when I'm talking to people. It's not so much my language or my lingo or anything like that. It's just I just don't like the way I stutter, the way I mumble. It's just been one of those things where I'm working on, innit? And you guys know, coming onto a podcast, you're listening to yourself pretty much all the time, innit? You have to be clear with how you speak and that. So with me, that's been one of my biggest insecurities. So jumping on a podcast with you boys, it helps. It's helped
And
bears, man.
Me and Sakib can agree with me as well, 100%. We've seen that difference as well, especially in yourself, Ansar. I remember when we first met you, you were very timid, you only spoke when you needed to. Now you just can't shut up. But no, but honestly, we're very proud to see it as well, because it's a skill to be able to speak in front of people that you don't even know, and that fear of, if I stutter, can I recover? And you're doing an excellent job, and it's only improving, and you can't even tell.
Thanks.
Yeah,
boys,
I'd have to say, man, like, as in over the years, man, you've definitely grown in that aspect. So, I know that's an insecurity, but you've definitely been working on it, and these things over time, they can become strengths as well.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And also, I see you boys as like extroverts, innit? I see myself as an introvert, but I don't think I am an introvert, because I like speaking to people. I like being in crowds. I like being in conversations. It's just that insecurity I have,
And that fear.
Yeah, it doesn't allow me to sort of engage in conversations that much. So even though I want to say a lot of things, I've got loads of things I want to say in my head, but then I kind of stop myself, and I'm like, let me just be quiet.
Do you know what? And I think a lot of our audience as well face that, because let's be honest, like, there's not a lot of people enjoy public speaking. You get that fear inside you where you get butterflies and you're like, oh man, I don't want to do it. So what we want to ask the viewers as well is, how did you guys learn to overcome that? We would appreciate it just to know for ourselves as well.
I think I know the answer, man.
Yeah.
Comments. As in, they'll just... There's a few people who just like hiding behind the scenes as well, innit?
Good one. That was a really good one.
Edit that shit.
Bro, you just ruined the whole flow, fam.
No, I think to overcome it, you probably just have to
Do it.
just do it and don't think about what people are gonna think. Like, people don't care.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? We focus too much on what people think about us, and really and truly, not people give a crap like that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So you
It's
just
true.
do it, man.
It's true. I think the way things are moving at the moment, like literally, you can wear anything, you can say anything, you can do whatever you want, and just own it, basically.
And also listen to podcasts. It's helped a lot for me. Listen to people speak, and listen to people in how they sort of project how they want to speak or what they want to say. It helps out quite a lot, and sort of it just helps you, innit?
What about you, Hobbs?
Do you know what it's not my biggest insecurity, but one insecurity that I have is, so for me, I'm in a stage of my life where I am trying to be as genuine as I can, like, as in, I do everything with good intention, hoping that one day it will repay me back. My biggest insecurity is, obviously my intention is good, but what if I say something that may not come across wrong, but it may upset someone, even though I know my intention is right? Not in a, like, as in, even if, so that's my insecurity, if people, whatever I do say is not said in a way that I'm thinking in my head.
So what people think about you, basically, how they judge you.
Yeah, how they judge me based on what I'm saying, not my actions. Because it's just something that I've got insecure. So for me, I always try to do my best to, do good, speak correctly, speak nicely, be polite, and expect that back.
I don't think that's a problem for you, man, because I think you come across as the nicest guy ever. Honestly,
it's true.
all it takes is one conversation with you. You can just tell that you're the most genuine guy. You're just down to earth. You're humble, and you make an effort to sort of engage with that person. You listen to people as well. You don't just talk. You just listen to people and what they're saying.
100%, man. Like, I mean, I learnt the hard way originally with you guys. And I remember the first conversation I had with you, man. It was the complete opposite, man. I did not like this guy, bro.
No, wait, what happened?
Mr. Moody. I remember.
Well, I was just having a little chit chat with who was it, or someone from work, and basically this guy he goes, "Now I know what you mean about this guy."
No way. In front of Ziggy.
in front of me, and I was thinking, "Rah, boy, like this guy's got mouth, man." As a new starter, but yeah.
What about you, Skip?
I was hoping, I would probably say my insecurities, similar to yours to some extent, being able to talk and stuttering. But I think if I have to go a little bit more deeper, I think it's more about me having to, the way I process things, and when I listen to conversations, and then when I have to articulate my words, so that I find like a bit of a insecurity, especially when because I don't know if you've noticed, whenever I'm given like an answer, I'm like thinking of my wording, and maybe that's an insecurity, and that's why I do that. But yeah.
No, but I have to say as well, again, for me, while you're asking these questions and answering them, I'm just thinking and reflecting back on the times when I first met you guys to now. Big differences. Like, I remember you, Sakib, as well. You were very, I wouldn't say awkward. I would say a bit shy. Like, yes, you knew what you were saying, but it just felt like you were struggling to get it out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, I'm telling you, like, improvement's been amazing. It's been crazy, and it's only gonna go up.
Bro, it's this is natural life though, isn't it? Like as in, for example, you know, you keep doing something, you keep focusing on something, it just makes you stronger, right? Like as in
100%.
professional tennis players, they don't become professional tennis players by just like randomly playing every so often. You know, anything you do, runners, for example, they have to run non-stop, like on a daily basis for them to be able to. So it's you know, whether that be like motor skills or whether that be, you know, anything else, you know,
practice,
just about practice. Yeah, the more you do, the better you
Bro,
become.
all you have to do is look at the episodes that we've released, and you can just tell that you're very good at what you say. You know what I mean? Like, I know, like, obviously you have your insecurities.
Bro, I cringe, bro.
I cringe at myself
lie.
as well, bro. But look, all you gotta do is listen to the episodes, yeah. And you know that you're very knowledgeable in what you're trying to say, and you're very. The way you formulate your answers as well is amazing, man. And that's something I look up to, man. Honestly, I do look up to that.
Should we go back to the question of who's your biggest role model? So, answer. Who's your biggest role model?
It's 100% it's Sakib now, brother. It's Sakib now, brother.
Top man.
No, but I want to ask another question as well. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not.
Yeah.
We're talking about what is your biggest insecurity. I don't know if it's an insecurity or not, so correct me if I'm wrong. But for me, I wouldn't say it's insecure, but it's that feeling of, am I doing enough in this current time period? So it's like regrets. So my insecurity is, I'm worried that right now I'm trying my best to do as many things as I can so that my future is a lot more peaceful and a lot more relaxing. My insecurity is that I'm constantly thinking, okay, I need to do more, because I never want to have that feeling of in 5 years time, oh man, I wish I did this 5 years ago. I don't know if that's an insecurity. I don't know what that is.
I think that's a fear. I think it's not more of an insecurity. I think it's a fear.
I wouldn't class that as an insecurity. I think that's more just. I mean, as an insecurity, if you was to class that as an insecurity, you'd probably be thinking more along the lines that, you know, you're doubting yourself, right? So like, as in, if you're doubting yourself for future. So that's why you're trying to prepare yourself from now. So, but apart from that, yeah, but that's also fair, right? Like, so yeah, it's hard to.
Insecurity is something that you can't stand about yourself. Like, you just constantly thinking about it. You're just like, it's just in your head. It's in your mind.
Oh, then I go on. I'm too skinny. I need to gain some.
100%.
Exactly, that's my biggest insecurity, bro. I need to learn how to gain weight.
Yeah. I think another insecurity would be, you know. Bro, I hate this. This, bro, when my mind just goes dead.
Bro, that happens a lot. That happens to me a lot.
Bro, I literally had it in my head, yeah, and then it just literally just went.
Bro, Sakib, sometimes I'm having a conversation with someone, yeah, and my mind's just gone. It's in like, I don't know where I am in my head.
That's what I mean.
So what are you saying?
Like,
Yeah, that's the worst.
Bro, how many times do you just like...
Just not...
Yeah.
To carry it on.
Like, just to carry on, just... But from inside, you really want to ask, I'm so sorry, I wasn't listening.
Nah. You know, men do that a lot, you know.
Men do that too.
We just zone out.
Yeah.
We just completely zone out.
You know what? I realized one thing as well. A lot. Okay, I'm probably generalizing too much. Multitasking. I feel like men struggle to multitask a lot.
100%.
I don't know. For me, I just feel like if I'm driving and I'm doing something else, that's when I realize I can't multitask.
Like for example, when you're driving and you're having a conversation. You're struggling.
I'm struggling.
Struggling to concentrate.
Yeah. Do you get that?
No, I'm the opposite, man.
Is it?
I'm having a conversation. My driving skills up there.
Is that why you got dead in your car?
This guy baited me out. Let's not talk about your car experiences, innit? You worst man.
When I first met you, do you remember?
Do you understand this guy, yeah? His first car, yeah? He was driving me back home,
I had
innit?
to drop him home.
The guy stalled like 100 times, bro. To the point he had to get out of the car. Like, Hobbs, let me drive now.
I had to get him to get in the car to drop himself off home.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Alright, guys. The next question, it's a bit of an interesting one, this one. So, I guess this kind of comes across as advice, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
It says, how much mahr is reasonable in today's day and age?
Ooh, that's
That's
difficult
an
one.
interesting one, man. I don't know, man. I mean, Islamically, like as in there's a set amount, right? Like as in
I don't think there's a set amount. I think it's down
no,
to
I think based on sunnah or something like that, right? Like as in it's based on certain value of silver or something like that.
gold and
No, it's not in gold, bro.
No?
It's silver.
I don't know.
I think it doesn't equate too much
is it.
Islamically.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just talking Islamically.
Mm.
But I think obviously in today's day and age, things have changed and people obviously ask for different amounts.
What's the most, or what's the kind of figures you guys been hearing in other people's talks and everything? Have you heard of?
I've been hearing like 50 grand, 60 grand plus, you know. I mean, look, if the guy's earning a good amount, then that isn't really much of an issue for him. But I think it comes down to principle, and if you're asking that much from the get go, like that's a high expectation from
It is.
for Mar, you know.
Especially if it's arranged.
Especially if it's
Can you
arranged,
imagine
man.
if it's arranged? Like as in,
But you know what is sad, and I don't know if you guys agree with me, is there's certain females that because they hear, oh, someone's offering 50k and stuff, they're now expecting it. So anything below that, you're seen as a lower value man. And for me, I just feel like if it's within your means and you can, of course, it's your money, do what you can, but don't judge someone or value someone less because they have less money. They could be a better husband for you know, money is not everything at the end of the day. Like we come into this world with nothing and we leave with nothing. So yes, obviously you want that security. At the end of the day, if you had a daughter, right, if we had daughters, we would want the best for them. We would want to make sure that, okay, the person that they will marry is someone who's genuine, who's got good morals, who is secure, financially stable.
but do you think finance alone defines that though?
No, I feel like finance, I know a lot of people that have got a lot of money, but everything else is not.
This
you
is
know,
it. This
and
is it.
it's
Because
scary.
I'm just trying to think now, right? Like, as in, say for example, you've got a daughter and she's getting married and whatnot, and you demand like 50, 60,000 or whatever. Say even 100,000 by the time when we have kids. I'm just saying. So if it's like about 100,000, but then the person treats her like crap. Then what's the security in that? Like, as in, I'm just saying,
Very
what's more important over here?
Exactly, and I've even seen situations where there's people that I know who, you know, are the cleanest hearted people. You know, I know that they'll be good husbands in a marriage, but because they're financially not there, you know, they weren't able to go through that next step of getting married. And it's just sad to see, because you just feel like, wow, so actually financially and money is actually an obstacle in getting married now.
Yeah.
We're not saying mahar is a bad thing though. Obviously, that's even in Islam, it's an obligation. You have to pay that much in it, but you just have to sort of take into consideration that how the guy is and how much he's earning and stuff in it. Because I think what people now are doing nowadays, I think, which is good. I think they're asking for like, take me to Hajj.
Yeah.
You know, take me to Umrah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something, a really good idea where, like, you know, you're spending money on the ticket for Hajj, but at least you're both doing something good together.
Yeah.
You're benefiting from
And
it.
it's priorities, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, as in, you know, take me to Hajj, and you know, it's beneficial to both. Like, as in, that's something more true, isn't it? Like,
And
as in,
it
you know,
is expensive nowadays. Going Hajj expensive. You're looking at like 8 to 10 grand anyway for a ticket, but at least you're spending it wisely. You're spending good something that's going to benefit both of you, isn't it?
yeah.
So
Definitely.
I think that's a good way, a good thing people are doing nowadays, which is a good thing. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, guys. Next question is, what is your favorite hobby? Should I go first?
Gun, you go first.
I've always loved football, man.
Oh,
I
bro,
love
man.
football.
Lie
man.
your football
Sakib,
again,
Sakib,
bro.
Sakib,
that footy.
I'm gonna get you to be into football. I'm
No,
telling
no,
you right now.
no.
But you come football with us though, man.
Yeah.
Listen.
Don't you think it's better fun, bro?
No, it's not, man. Bro, what's so fun about it, bro? Honestly, I genuinely don't get it.
Bro, Hobbs, do you remember when you let him score the hat trick?
Yeah.
You let me.
Don't even let him.
You
Why?
let me.
You can't reveal it. Now you were so sick, man.
I was sick, bro.
Man of the match.
100%. Ronaldo out here, bro.
Trust me.
100%, bro. Better, innit? Better, bro.
Oh, bloody well.
I wish we recorded that. That would have been sick.
Nah, apart from football, I think for me it's gym. 100% gym. I love the gym, man. Honestly, like, you guys know I go to gym like crazy times in the morning, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I don't actually like going to the gym because I'm waking up really early and I'm not really bothered. But the fact that I've made it into a hobby, the fact that I keep going, for me is probably the best way sort of relieve like if I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling depressed or anything. I love going to the gym just to let everything out. You know what I'm saying? So for me, gym. I can't live without the gym.
And you know what? It shows because we know how consistent you've been. Because anyone can go gym, you can go gym, but you've been grinding it for a while, and
100%,
that's
100%.
something that is respectable. Because
I
I tried going gym.
I remember the first time I saw you, bro. Like, bro, you're a little twig, bro.
If only we could show that photo of you posing in your car.
See,
I know which one.
I might show you guys one day. You never
One
know.
day.
bro.
No, but honestly, like for me to see that consistency, because it's not just consistent. 1-2 days a week. You're talking about like 6-7 times a week,
Yeah.
continuously. Even when your body's aching, you're still going. And for you, that's more of a mental thing, and
Do you
it
know what
shows
it
how
is?
strong you are.
It's for me. It's discipline, man. I love the fact that you have to get up early, even though you don't want to. You get up early, go to the gym, get yourself at the gym, and just keep showing up every day. Keep showing up every day. For me, bro, like I've been going gym for more than 5 years. You know.
I know.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
But only in the last couple of years, last 2-3 years, I've been seeing some sort of progression. This goes to show you have to keep showing up. You have to keep going, and you're not gonna see any sort of any gains or anything within the first couple of years. You have to keep going.
But let's face it, man. Gym is boring, though.
It is
innit?
very. Sometimes it is
So
very boring.
boring,
But sometimes I love it. Sometimes I love it.
I used to enjoy going to the gym a lot until they got rid of the vending machine. I was like, I'm not going back anymore. I used to go for the vending machine. That's
Bro, how have we not gone to gym together?
Huh?
How have we not gone to gym together? Me and you, Ben.
Yeah, we've been.
We haven't been together, have we?
Me and you have been.
Me and you, Ben, but not us three though.
us three haven't
All three of us?
Yeah.
No.
I think that's a bad idea, man. We just sit and laughing. We just start cracking jokes. Get nothing done, man.
That was jokes, though, man. when
That
you
was
did
funny,
go.
though, innit? What about you guys? What's your favorite hobby?
Yes, okay. What's your favorite hobby, bro?
Why don't you go first, bro?
For me, I don't know if it's like, you know how some people say my favorite hobby is swimming, my favorite hobby is this, that, cricket. For me, for me, my favorite hobby is keeping myself distracted.
Yeah.
I don't like, you know how some people say, I just want an evening just to be alone, just to be by myself, watch TV, this, that, watch Netflix. I don't like that. I like keeping myself distracted where I'm out and about, doing business, doing work, having to meet people. I love meeting new people, having conversations with them, learning about them learning about me, even though they won't learn much. But yeah, for me, that's a hobby. Like that's what I like doing. I like keeping myself active, not physically in the gym, but just keeping my brain ticking.
Fair enough, man. That's good. My hobbies, bro. I'm boring, bro. I'm a very, very boring person, right? But my hobbies is online chess.
What about the online site? No, bro.
Online chess.
Online chess. I love chess, but I know that's not everyone's cup of
No,
tea.
but
I do want to learn how to play chess. I know bits and pieces, but I don't know how to play properly.
I love chess, man.
Is it?
I love chess. I like playing online chess. I like researching on properties. So that's something that I'm also interested in. I'm into properties, right? So I just like to take ideas, monitor the markets, looking at possibilities and all that sort of stuff, and just think about investments, that sort of stuff. But it's boring, man. That's what I mean. Like, and I haven't got any proper exciting hobbies or anything like that most people would be interested in.
Do you know what? That's a very good point, because for me, especially the younger generation, when someone is doing something exciting and not boring, that's what they're getting the eyes onto, and that's what they want to do. But for me, Sakib, I have to say, like, there's so much things I learn just from having conversations from you that help me progress in my life, like property. Buying the first property, knowing what to do, how to do it, making it as cheap as possible. All of these things, I would have got bumped. Do you get it? If I didn't listen to you? So listening to you, it's not boring at all. But it's just you just have to have the right crowd.
100%. I second that. But do you know? Remember recently when there was Ramadan time, we linked up for iftar one time. Innit? We had that conversation outside in the car.
I remember.
Oh, that was such a good conversation because we were just bigging each other up. We were giving each other advice. We were like literally just putting our heart out there. We just literally talking for God knows how long. Do you remember that, Sakib?
Just bouncing.
I don't remember, bro.
Remember that?
I don't remember. I remember, of course. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Ramadan time.
Of Ramadan.
Do you know when Franzo's?
It took us like 2 hours
Yeah.
to decide, and we ended up having Franzo's.
We didn't find anywhere to get iftar. And we ended up having Franzo's.
Yes. Yeah, I
Remember?
remember that. Yeah. That's it.
We were in the car for hours and we just having to chat.
Yeah.
So, bro, I thought that was so
Yeah,
inspirational.
it was.
That was a turning moment in our
Yeah.
lives, I would say,
Yeah.
for all of us.
Yeah.
I feel like all of us, we just kind of went up a little notch
Yeah.
and just put our words into action, and we
Yeah.
did what we needed, and it's paying off.
That's
Literally a couple of weeks
Yeah.
later, then that's when the podcast idea came
Mhm.
through. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember that now. That was proper deep
That was a
convo
deep
then, man.
conversation,
Deep conversation.
Boys, next question I got for you is, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
Retired.
Retired in 10 years. That's
Yeah.
wicked, but that's the goal.
That's the
innit?
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
That's the goal.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, man. I just want to be in a position where
You're coming up to retirement age anyway.
Yeah, I think you would have retired in less than 10 years, to be honest. Like legally, state pension.
yeah, 100%, bro. Yeah, no. I just want to get to that point where, you know, you don't have to work for the system, right? I just don't want to be in a position where, basically, where it's coming back to the original point, isn't it? You know, the
rat race. Yeah,
the rat race. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, at the moment, you kind of feel you're in a trap. You know, you've got mortgages, you've got bills, you've got all these other things you have to work. Right? Without work, you know, like, where are you? So, yeah, basically, I just want to be. I want to be in a position where basically I don't have to work, and you know, there's, you know, I can look after myself without having to work. Basically, that's where I want to be.
Nice. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
What about you, Ansar?
Inshallah, family, married, kids. Similar to you, Sakib, I want to be financially free. I don't want to be living from paycheck to paycheck. I want to be earning enough where I can look after my family and live a comfortable life, live a good life. Start some sort of business, have something on the side. Inshallah, this podcast does well for us, you know, and we, you know, sort of take off with this. But yeah, man, just again, each day at a time, constantly bettering myself, becoming a better person, improving on myself, and improving on my deen as well.
100%.
You know, like, I really want to crack down on my deen, inshallah, and just keep improving, praying on time, and giving money to charity, looking after people, looking at, you know, treating people right, treating people with respect. So 10 years time, I do want to see look back on this moment and be like, yeah, I'm definitely a better person.
Yeah.
Definitely a better person. What about your hopes?
So, where do I see myself in 10 years' time? So, mine's a little bit specific because I always have a goal. I'm not going to mention the goal because for me, I feel like there's no need to mention goals. Keep them personal. When you reach it, you get another goal and you go back. So, for me, in 10 years' time, ideally, I would like to, at the moment, obviously, you know, I've got my 9 to 5 and I'm doing my other stuff, whether it's business, property, whatever it is outside of work. So in 10 years' time, I want to be in a position where I don't have to do a 9 to 5. I want, in 10 years' time, all the investments that I've made to pay off. And now that is what I'm surviving off on, if that makes sense. So then I've got that free time. Because in 10 years' time, inshallah, you know, I hope to get married, have children. So
In 10 years.
Within 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Not in 10
Sorry.
years.
Yeah.
In 10 years, I don't know if I'll be able to have kids.
That's deep, man.
That's if we make it to 10 years time.
Yeah.
Inshallah, you know, like, we never know when we're going to
Yeah,
pass
that's
in
true.
this, you know,
That's
but
true.
It's true.
Ultimately.
we can always make these goals, and
But you never know.
You never know. You never know.
But yeah, so in 10 years' time, I would like to be in a position where right now I've put in I won't have any time to give my children if I were to have children now. So that's the whole reason I'm working myself as much as I can, because when I do have children, inshallah, I'm able to be a hands-on parent. I'm not that type of person, because I've seen it. You know, there's so many people who they're chasing worldly things and they don't have time for their children, and then when the children get older and become adults, they're not the way that you kind of molded them to be, because you haven't given them that time, you haven't nurtured them. So that's my fear as well, is I want to be in a position where I'm able to give my children that time, that effort, and not have to think, that what's going to pay the bills, what's not. So yeah, so inshallah, that's my plan in 10 years' time, and I hope it pays off for us. I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing now, and yeah.
Inshallah.
But there's always light at the end of the tunnel. My advice is don't always plan too long term, because you never know when your time can come. So enjoy it while you're still here.
Next question, boys, is alright. Basically, this one's a Desi one, yeah. So obviously, our viewers are mainly Desi, you know. So this one
It wasn't supposed to be explicitly to
It was
Desis,
actually,
no.
you know, it just
It just
happened.
happened,
It just
right?
happened. But yeah,
Okay.
this one's for Desis, yeah. So, What in your opinion? What is the best and worst trait about the Desi culture?
Okay, I think the best trait is the care aspect.
Yeah.
Right. In my personal opinion, now I see lots of people who, you know, who sort of carry certain traits like you know, looking after your parents, you know, being there, supporting family, having that family unitedness, like as in being united with your family. Sorry. Whereas obviously in the Western world, you kind of see a lot of people just kind of leave their parents and they just go to other countries and you know, like whatnot, and next thing you know, you grow old and you've got no family around you. So I think having family nearby at least, right? That's like that's one of the pros. Worst traits is I think we spoke about this, right? Like as in you know, some of the I think there's a few bad traits, man. Like as in the whole marriage stuff, like as in, you know, with marriage there's certain expectations culturally, there's that whole, but to be honest with you, man, that's not specific to Desi. If you actually think about it, that's
most cultures.
That's most cultures. Like as in you know, even in the British culture originally, bruv, women only started working since what, 1940s, I think it was, maybe earlier, I don't know, don't quote me on it, but you know, most women well, housewives. In America, you say that's, you know, there's still a lot of housewives there, and they're quite proud of that. So, yeah.
Fair enough. How's it about you?
So one of the best traits in a Desi culture, I would say, is definitely the normality of eating rice and curry at 10-11 in the night. It's a wicked trait.
Bruv, you smashed it with that one.
I'm telling you,
100%.
man. Or eating paratha and chicken curry for breakfast.
Mate.
Wow.
That's a banger.
Bruv, what about thing what's it called? Seri.
I don't know what that is.
Seri.
Man, you know what's
What's seri?
football?
Football. Okay, football. Oh, that's the best, man.
Bruv, I just remember like waking up for Seri, and my dad, bruv, like it's bruv, he has to have a paratha and all these maze wali cheese and whatnot, like as in he's gonna have all these like curries and
like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning,
bro. I'm like no, I just want cereal. I just want cereal, bruv. Like literally, like as in one time, I don't know, man. But that's amazing though, man. Like even if you go back home, right, a lot of these restaurants, bruv, they're running. They're running, and they're proper like heavy foods, bro. Middle of the night.
They can't keep it simple. They can't keep it under roti in it, bro.
No.
It just has to go all out.
It has to go all
there's
out.
There's a nihari there, there's biryani, there's everything there, bro. You know,
And
It's
the best-
amazing though. It's
good though,
amazing, man.
And the best feeling is it doesn't feel out of place. It's not like, oh, I feel awkward eating at this time because everyone else is doing it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a win-win.
Definitely.
But after sleep that you have, you wake up next day, you're slumped, bro.
Slumped.
You're
100%.
struggling to get through the day.
And you regret it.
Yeah.
And then you repeat again the following day.
Definitely.
Now, the worst trait in a Desi culture, I think for me, every culture, aside from Desi, there's good and bad in everything, you know. So one of a trait which I'm not a big fan of in a Desi culture is, again, you were mentioning expectation is another thing. And I think also, there tends to be, again, it's in a lot of other cultures as well, jealousy. Some people don't like to see you do good. Sometimes your own people as well. You know, there was a saying, you know, your client becomes a friend quicker than your friend becomes a client.
But bro,
You know,
that's everywhere though. I don't think that's specific to culture.
No.
No, I do see it in the
It's
Desi
in
culture.
this culture. It
at the
happens a
moment.
lot.
I think I do see that.
You know, the aunties.
It's more so competition as well.
Yeah, it's a
You're
competition.
You're looking at neighbors and looking at cousins and uncles, and they're like, oh, what they doing? They're doing this or they're doing this business.
Why
But,
you not- yeah.
Why you not doing?
But
this?
isn't that also a British thing as well?
No,
though?
not really.
No,
Bro,
they're
that
like,
is-
let's go West Ham together. Let's have fun.
Bruv, look at bruv, I'm just simply saying, yeah, like, as in, bruv, come on, man. You guys heard the news, right? As in, if a country is doing really well, what happens? The Western world butts their noses in.
Okay, but
I'm just simply
we're
saying.
talking
like,
about communities. We're talking about culture, though. isn't it?
Culture.
yeah, but
You can broaden that and say like, yeah, as countries they're doing that, but within
Yeah.
communities itself, I do see where you're coming from. It's more so in the Desi cultures, more so in those communities. You see that more often. You think about it, bro. Like obviously, you know, like the white families and stuff. Yeah, they're not really too bothered about what their cousins are doing or what their, you know, what their uncles and stuff. Are
As
doing.
much.
Yeah,
Maybe.
But how many times have you heard about, like, you know, mums and aunties and stuff, like, they're on the phone, like, yeah, my son's a doctor, my daughter's an engineer,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
there is that competition, right?
Yeah,
That's
that
what I
competition
mean.
is what brings people
Okay,
down,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
And they brag about it, bro. They brag
Exactly, it's
about it.
bragging that annoys me,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
at the end of the day, you could have your success for one moment, but the next day could all be gone.
Yeah,
Do you get
it's
it?
true. It's
And
true. Yeah,
everyone has their own time.
In the desi culture, you got to be a doctor,
Doctor, engineer,
or
Lawyer.
pharmacist, huh?
lawyer, but
Lawyer, but
lawyer.
But
Oh yeah,
there's a cheat
lawyer.
code. There's a cheat code. You can say you work in a law firm, but you're the receptionist.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's
boom.
true.
If anyone's watching that wants to get married and you're a receptionist in a law firm, just say you're a lawyer.
I think for me, one of the best traits. like
Oh,
you said-
pilot.
No, man.
No, pilot.
No, bro.
No,
How many
man.
Desi pilots you know, bro?
No, but they got fake licenses. I don't know, did you hear about that scandal?
No.
PIA, bro.
Was it?
Yeah, PIA.
PIA, man. Bloody hell,
Bro,
bro.
PIA, bro. They had people not even pilots. They
That's
were
mess.
they were like flying passengers. But why do you
No
think,
way.
But why do you think UK banned them? Didn't you hear that?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
I know
UK
they
banned
got.
them.
I know they got a really bad rep.
Yeah, because bro, they weren't in pilots that were flying the planes.
Do you know why people go for PIA? Direct flights, innit?
That's it, yeah.
I know.
Direct flights. There's no
bro, I
connection.
would never want to use them, man. The one time I
Imagine
used
being there for like 8-9 hours, bro.
Bruv, there's some old planes, bruv. What's your biggest fear, though?
Biggest fear?
Actually, sorry. Let's finish off the conversation.
No, it's already finished. Gone.
No, you were saying something.
I was gonna say my bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My bit is for me the best trait in the Desi culture is, like you said, it's the togetherness. It's the community sense that everyone's together. Everyone, bro. You don't really get that much in Western society where, you know, like you said, families are looking after each other. The neighbors know each other. People come round to eat. You know, people are giving, like, in Ramadan they're giving like series together. You know, they're giving some food together. Blah blah blah. You know, you don't see that much.
care, innit?
That
It's
care is that sort of
relationship.
it's
Yeah.
that sort of it's just that togetherness. You don't really get that much, and it's much better in when you go back home. It's completely amplified when you go back home. Hey, you see a bit, but not that much. When you go back home, you see the whole flipping Khandan come round. The whole village come round. You know, everyone's together. Everyone's doing things together. So that's amazing for me. But the worst is, it's Indian and Pakistani dramas, man. The dramas, the flipping B4U dramas, the flipping Star Plus dramas, bro.
Politics.
Leave that out, please.
And the politics.
The politics is so, bro.
Bro, but
Pakistani politics.
Huh?
Pakistani politics.
Oh, bro, let's not even go there, bro.
It's a
Let's not
mess.
Go there. That is. I'm so.
It's a mess, man.
I don't know what to say, bro. There's no. You don't know where to start, but you wouldn't know this, right?
Imran Khan Zindabad.
Free my guy, Imran
That's it,
Khan.
man.
He's free, no?
He's probably. I think they charged him again, didn't they?
I don't know.
I think
Bro,
they charged
I
him.
stopped keeping like.
I think they charged him again. I
But
think
you know,
they're trying to arrest him.
that's one thing with me. If I feel like I can't do anything about anything, then I just don't want to know.
But you know, like normal politics, yeah, you kind of feel hopeless anyway. Like you don't
Yeah.
have much say in it. But Pakistan politics, oh my god, it's on another level, bro. They, the corruption and everything. In
Bro,
Pakistan
just-
They're different, innit?
You both will have bounties on your head, so just be careful.
Yeah, bro.
This is
You
the
plan to
last
fly out there.
This is the last
We
podcast.
can't step foot in Ilford again, bro.
Bro, look. First of all, you're talking about the politics. Then you're talking about how PIA does fake pilots. This is the last podcast episode. I don't think we're gonna be able to make another one.
That's true.
Yeah, man. Go on, what was the question you asked?
Yeah.
What's it saying?
Biggest fear.
Yeah, bro. I was just thinking about like, as in what's one of your. It doesn't have to be biggest fear, but
One of your
just
fears.
just quick off the top of your head.
Do you know what's scary? Do you know I went to the beach the other day, innit? I went to Brighton.
Right. Yeah.
You know Brighton Pier?
Yeah.
You can go to Brighton Pier, you can go all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And this is at night, bro. I was looking at the sea, the ocean. That scares me, man. It scares the life out of me,
Water?
man. Yeah, no, water at night.
Why?
Because you can't see nothing, bro. There's no separation between the sky and the ocean. So just seeing that, it just... So don't you think that's scary?
No.
Don't you think that's scary?
No, I think that.
Maybe I'm just a... Maybe I'm just a
I think that's
waste man.
peaceful. I think that's like
Oh,
more
that's what I
tranquil.
think.
You know.
I think
Nah,
that's
man, that's proper shooks me, man. Proper.
really.
Yeah.
What about you, Sakib? What's one of your biggest fears?
Bro, just imagine, just drowning in water at night. You can't see nothing. You can't see anything, bro.
that is
Yeah,
that
you're
is
right.
Forget about
scary,
drowning. Drowning
but
itself is
that's-
scary,
That's
yeah,
the
but
imagination, though, isn't it?
It's not, bro. You can't see anything, bro. Your eyes are open. You can't see nothing.
Imagine the Titanic when that sank. That's deep.
That's deep, man.
That is proper sad.
Go on, what about you?
I'd say, well, I've got two fears that I can think of. One would be aeroplanes, man. Bro,
Really?
PIA airplanes.
I don't know. No, we just spoke about PIA, yeah, but bro, I'm scared of flying, man. I hate flying, bro.
What,
Literally,
the whole process, or just
Or
taking
just
off or landing?
bro. My
turbulence.
biggest problem is, yeah, every time I'm about to do something, like whether that be like a plane trip somewhere or whatever, I start mapping it out, bro. I start looking at the world map, and then I think to myself, where's the nearest land?
Bermuda's Triangle.
so
So
like-
past it.
So like, so like for example, yeah, when I went New York, yeah, I was looking at the plane routes. I was thinking, okay, right, we're gonna be over water for like several hours. If like one of the engine fails or something like that, I start thinking bare stuff, man. And then turbulence, like, I know pilots probably gonna laugh at me when if any of them want to see this, right? But bro, turbulence, man, it's scary, man. Especially like if you've experienced it. Like some of the harsh ones, man. Like literally, I just remember being on a plane, everyone started screaming, things were flying all the way around. Man, I get proper shook to that. My other fears are jinns, bro. Jinns. Bro, this is once again like obviously we believe in that, but not everyone does.
Not everyone does.
But yeah, man,
We can talk about some of the jinn stories and stuff, but like, I don't know, man, it's just proper scary.
We'll have to
topic.
save that for another time,
have to
man.
save
But
that one,
but yeah, jinns.
You have to read the Ayatul Kursi before
especially
we
if you
talk about that.
Yeah, especially if you feel like you've had an encounter and talking about it at night time. I don't know, man. It's a bit like, look, don't get me wrong, yeah. I don't fear them, but it's the whole feeling that creepiness, like, do you know what I mean? Like, as in, but yeah.
Yeah, so okay, let's move on now, bro. I don't want to talk about jinns, bro.
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool.
What about you?
My biggest fear, I would say, I hate heights. For me, heights is something I can't do. As in, yeah, like roller coasters and stuff is fine, right? But just heights, like, you know, abseiling. So when you're right, I can do rock climbing up to a certain point. But when you're coming down, or when you're abseiling down, or like, you know, like bungee jumping.
You've done abseiling?
I have, but I went to the top and I refused to come down, so I had to take the stairs back down. I was too scared. I tried. I just can't. The fear of looking, you know, when you're looking down, that is a feeling which I would never want to feel. It's like, for me, planes, flying is no problem for me. But it's when you have no control. Like, you know, skydiving. I don't think I can ever do that.
I would love to do skydiving, but I am very shook of like jumping out the plane.
Yeah, I can't.
But bro, like one of my biggest issues is I make things worse, right? Like I'll go onto YouTube and I'll look at like plane accidents,
Before you do this, before you
or
skydive.
plane crashes or stuff like that. I don't know, man. Like these things, it kind of worsens your
Should we do it
anxiety,
one day?
right?
Should we do it one day?
Do what?
Skydiving.
Nah.
Should we go?
No.
Come, let's go, man.
No, I can't do that.
Come, man.
I'll watch.
He's just gonna watch. He's watching it. He's gonna be having the camera and just like.
Well, what is common in it? A million subs.
A million scubs, and we will
A million subscribers, and would it?
100%.
Alright, cool.
Yeah?
Done.
I don't know when that's gonna be yet. Inshallah, one day.
What was the question? Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? In 10 years' time, we'll be skydiving.
Oh, bro, even that's fearful, man. Like, can you imagine if your thing doesn't open, like the parachute? Oh, that is mad.
And for me, it's even worse because I'm gonna die first because I'm the biggest one. So then,
Oh, but you know what I don't like? You have to be attached to the guy, innit? You're just on top of you.
From behind, bro. Oh man, is he behind or you behind?
He's behind you.
Oh, bro.
So you're in front and he's behind you.
I messed it. That's a little bit too close.
Seki wants to go do it tomorrow now.
Nah, bro. Wow, man, that's yeah, no, that kind of person. Have you seen the other flying ones? Like, there's the
The wingsuit, the suits.
There's the one
In
where you hold the bars like that.
Oh yeah. I don't know what that's called. What is it called?
Is that the one
I don't know what that's called.
Paragliding.
Paragliding.
Yeah,
Yeah. The paragliding.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
an arrow shape.
Yeah, it's like an arrow shaped
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
probably even that one as well, because like someone's holding onto you or something like that, right? I don't know, man. I find that stuff proper weird. You probably enjoy that though. Like,
We have to cut that one out. My family are watching as well.
Okay,
We have
sorry,
all of our families are.
Guess what? I ain't cutting it out, bro. I'm joking.
Guess what? I'm not coming to the next podcast.
It doesn't matter. It's already out there anyway.
Come on,
boys.
All right.
Next question, boys. This is the penultimate question.
Mm.
Big word.
Mm.
Penultimate.
So it's the
Well,
pen
did
of
you
the
Google that before you said it?
No, it's off the top of my head, bro.
What? Penultimate? No, what?
Penultimate.
Pen
Do
ultimate.
you know what that means?
All I'm thinking is of a pen.
Penultimate.
No, what is it?
It's the second to last question.
Second to last.
Mm.
Penultimate question.
Penultimate. Remember that.
I like that.
The question is,
Yeah.
what made you want to start a podcast?
I think we spoke about that, right?
We did in the first episode.
We already spoke about that in the first episode.
Already spoke about. But do you want to give a quick few words?
I think it's just very quickly. We all just used to we built our friendship so deep, and like, you know, we would pretty much be talking about everything and everything. People enjoyed our conversations. People were around us, friends, families, and it just got to a point where basically we wanted to bring it out to the public, because there's a lot of topics that we're talking about, and what we find is a lot of the conversations we talk about, they're quite engaging. So that's the reason why it all started off. But obviously there's a bigger picture to it all as well, right? So yeah,
for me, it's our friendship was just growing and growing and growing. Like when we first sort of met up, we didn't really talk about a lot of controversial stuff and stuff that's going to benefit us and stuff like that. When we just thought, you know what, why not? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that we say that could benefit people. And Hobbs, I remember you saying this, that if it benefits one person, that's all that matters for us, isn't it? If one person watch our videos and be like, you know what, I want to change my life, or this piece of advice helped me, that for me is enough. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And imagine that other people doing it. Imagine hundreds of people, thousands of people.
The knock-on effects.
Yeah. So for me, it's about helping people, getting the right message across.
100%.
Yeah.
For me, you know, there's so many things that made me want to start a podcast together. I'll just touch on very few. So the first thing is, one, look, we would have already just met up and had these conversations. So why not utilize what you have around you? And that's the advice I can give to everyone. Whether you see something that you're already currently doing, find ways on not just how to monetize it, but how you can utilize it and make it even better. So for us, it's not even about the money. It's not about anything. It's more about we're doing something which is productive. We're putting that extra effort in setting up the studio, all of these things, and that feeling that you get. Let's be honest, that feeling after we finish a podcast, that feeling we feel after we've done a podcast, we're just like, we feel on top of the world. And for us, you know, it's just taking our friendship to another level. We're always evolving, always adapting. So that's one part. And I'll just touch on one more as well. I think we wanted to start a podcast to improve our skills, you know, to see that difference. So for me, I'm looking forward, you know, in a year's time to look back and seeing our first ever podcast together and seeing the most recent one that we did and be like, it's a visual,
Come a long way. Yeah.
it's a visual representation of our progression.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying it and everything, we can actually see it. And again, it's one for the memory books. At the end of the day, we're all getting older as days go by. You know, you've got children. I think, inshallah, one day, you know, me and Ansa will have we'll have a family, and it's something that they can watch and be like, oh yeah, you know, our dad did this when he was younger. When he was younger, he did this, and it's just something, you know. At the end of the day, we may be gone, but these videos and things that we are doing will never be gone. So it's just something about that. And of course, for the audience, we see a lot of things online where if I had a child now and there's so much junk online, I wouldn't want them to see this. But if they could see something like our content or along the same ethos, then yeah, it just helps.
Yeah.
You know, it guides them towards the right path, because the earlier you do, you fix up your life, the earlier you make these actions, the better your life will be.
100%. The last question for us is, what are the plans for the After 5 Club? I remember, Saki, we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were talking about how we can, what are we sort of planning to do with the After 5 Club? So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I think there's loads, but it's also I think my personal opinion. Obviously, we started this as like a bit of a hobby, right? And it's not, as you said, it's not for any financial gains or anything like that, right? But it's more to be able to just basically tap into it really, and just get into social media. There's a lot of influence out there. There's a lot of people out there who talk about random things and, you know, change people's perspectives and views and all that sort of stuff. With us, the good thing is there's three of us. You know, we sometimes share the same opinions, sometimes we share different opinions.
Majority wins.
You know, and then I think at the same time, obviously we're part of the, you know, like as in we're average people, man. That's the best thing about us.
Three regular brown boys. That's what
regular, yeah. Like as in not large, not small, not, like as in regular. No, as in
thank you. And he looked at me while he said regular. Regular is like okay.
So yeah, I think but the future of future plans for the After 5 Club, you know, it's me and you. I think we had this conversation, didn't we? And Hobbs, I think we spoke on the phone as well. It's there's so many avenues, there's so many doors, there's so much to look forward to. You know, we're not just podcast. We are basically a brand. That's the way I look at things. You know, and hopefully, inshallah, we'll, you know, like as in more doors will open. There'll be more content, not just on podcasts. There could be certain reviews, you know, vlogs. You know, this is it's basically just our friendship, really. We just want to show our friendship, like as in how we are, how we get on. We've got trust in ourselves. We travel, we go do stuff. We'll, you know.
100%. And I think in terms of, you know, the plans for the After 5 Club, we've got actually, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but we've got so much content, like the BTS behind the scenes things, and there's so much stuff that we still haven't put out yet. But one day, and I hope, you know, we'll be able to showcase those kind of videos. But first, let's you know, we're still in the beginning of our journey. Let us settle down a little bit, get into that flow.
Exactly.
And let people as well, the audience, get to know us as individuals. Because I'll be honest, the BTS, when I watch it, I crack up every single time. And I wish I could show you guys, but it's just, first get to know us a little bit more. And then we'll it's the timing.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff which we'd normally be talking about, but obviously we're limited.
We're keeping it safe a little bit.
We're keeping it safe a little bit at the moment.
Yeah.
But hopefully, you know, in time, so
they'll see it. It will come whenever the time is. It's just the timing has to be right. But I feel like right now the journey for us is getting to know us more. We're doing podcasts at the moment, but that's not all that we'll be doing. And it's more about educating and inspiring. That is our ultimate ethos. You know, then they want to showcase our life, and we want to show people as well that you can have a 9 to 5, you can enjoy your life, you can improve the quality of your life, and it's not difficult. And there is no like get rich quick schemes and stuff. But that's just I'm just touching a little bit on it.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, we started this podcast, so we want to keep the podcast going. But obviously, like Sakib said, we want to tap into other sort of avenues as well. We want to do reviews. You know, I'd love to even do like some gym videos or something. That would be amazing. Man. You know what I'm saying? I really want to do gym videos. You know?
Bro, look.
I'll be the one recording it.
The list is endless. The list is endless.
Bro, if the demand is there, we'll supply it.
100%. 100%. You know, like, as in, I want to be able to, like, personally, bro, like, as in, I've been wanting to go to restaurants and just just try out foods and
just review food, review restaurants.
Yeah. Obviously, there's lots of people out there who do that, but you know, like, as in,
but we'll have our own little twist to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
After 5 twist it. You know
After 5 twists, exactly. Or, you know, even if there's certain activities and stuff like that, like, you know, whether that be go karting or you know, anything.
Like, we can react to videos if you want.
Yeah,
you know
there's a lot. There is a lot, and it's exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting.
So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, follow us on our socials. Just to say, Sakib, your TikTok got us
that was
just
sick,
under
man.
400k views. So
Sick,
alhamdulillah, you know, we are getting there. It's doing better than we expected.
And
it's all possible because of you guys watching and listening. Give us your feedback. Until the next time.
Yeah, just as a disclaimer though, like, as in, there's a lot of comments on there where people thought that that's to do with me, like that's got nothing to do with me. I'll just say, guys, watch the whole video on podcast.
You gotta watch the whole episode.
Yeah, because obviously when you're looking at clips, you have to look at the whole picture, where what content we're saying, where that's coming from, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Definitely.
Amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you all have an amazing day, and we'll catch you guys on the next.
See you guys later.
Peace.
See you later.
Take care. Bye bye.